And in California, Gavin Newsom won in, I don't know what else to say in terms of, or I should say the recall was rejected in a landslide. And yesterday on the show, we played a clip from Joe Biden saying you either vote for Gavin, you either vote against the recall or you vote for Donald Trump. I think this is a very, very effective message for the 22 midterms. Negative partisanship drives people to the polls, and Democrats, for the first time, and not even by their own making, have the ability to drive their voters out to vote against something. And that is the shadow president, Donald Trump. And here is Gavin Newsom after having won a resounding victory in the recall, being completely rejected. Remember, there's a $300 million escapade by the Republicans because you only need 12% of the voters to sign a petition, and they got extra time because of COVID by a judge, I think, who was appointed by Trump. I'm not quite sure. Yes. So here's Gavin Newsom.
And I think about just in the last, few days, and the former president put out saying this election was rigged. Democracy is not a football. You don't throw it around. It's more like antique vase. You can drop it and smash it in a million different pieces. And that's what we're capable of doing if we don't stand up to meet the moment and push back. I said this many, many times on the campaign trail. We may have defeated Trump, but Trumpism is not dead in this country. The big lie, the January 6th insurrection, all the voting suppression efforts that are happening all across this country, what's happening, the assault on fundamental rights, constitutionally protected rights of women and girls. It's a remarkable moment in our nation's history.
Now, I got to say, I don't particularly like Gavin Newsom, and when he talks, it reminds me of that. But I am excited by the notion that the Democratic consultants, who I think probably largely could not politic themselves out of a wet paper bag, have gotten the message that negative partisanship works. You have already a completely turnkey midterm election strategy, and that is to run against Trump and Trumpism.
To you.
Totally handed. And the shocking thing is that they're actually not taking it and then dropping it.
Like one would with an antique vase.
Like with an antique vase or a football. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You can't spend 5 minutes to come up with a better metaphor than that.
Don't fumble that vase.
Democracy's not a football.
We all know about these. We all have handled antique vases before.
Yeah, exactly.
He must have been doing that at French Laundry.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you. For the sake of broadcasting, I disagree. But no, actually, I agree. Because one, negative partisanship works, obviously, as you say. And two, Democrats didn't have this opportunity in 2008 for a variety of reasons, or under Obama. One, because he said, we're moving forward, we're not looking backward, and we're not going to hold the Bush administration to account, which was outrageous. But two, because the Republican Party had largely wanted him to go away, and he did go away. The issue now is that Trump is still the Republicans' president. They love him, and he doesn't want to go away, even though he's been deplatformed. So it's a gift for the Democrats, and they have to seize it. And Newsom effectively nationalized this race. As you say, he made it about Trumpism. He connected Larry Elder and the voter suppression propaganda to what the Republicans were doing, to January 6th. And then that's how you get your base to show up in an off year when the party is in control of all of the executive branch and the House and the Senate.
Exactly. Texas should be a motivation for Democratic voters in every state. And you don't need to have the Fabergé egg of democracy to know that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking to Craig Whitlock, investigative reporter at the Washington Post, on his recent book, The Afghanistan Papers, A Secret History of the War. Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.